Well, hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Y'all, today we are going to do something a little bit different than usual. I am going to go over with you guys a minimalist baby essentials checklist. So I'm not gonna lie, I was going through these and I actually came up with a separate checklist of all of the things that I don't buy and the reasons why I don't do that. And I think I'm actually going to create a separate video for that. It's just so that this one doesn't come out like, a million years long. I feel really strongly about this subject because first of all, I hate seeing new moms being taken advantage of and all of these companies saying like, you need this, you need that, and then they go on to like Target or Amazon registries and they're so overwhelmed by all the options. They're hoping that a seasoned mom can just like tell them like, what do I actually need? Because there's no way that I actually need all of this stuff for my baby. And you are right, you don't need all of that stuff. Trust me, I was fairly minimal even with our first baby and we have hardly bought anything since we had her. And so I thought I would go over today just some of my favorite items that we have. I'll link what I can, but a lot of this stuff I either got on Facebook Marketplace or at thrift stores and everything. Just to be honest with you, I mean, I'm not trying to like necessarily sell you on any of this stuff. Use your own discretion. This is only my opinion. This is what has worked for our family. For those of you guys who don't know me, my name is Kristen Hoffman. I am a wife and a mother of 3, almost 4 girls. We are due to have our 4th and probably final baby in a couple months, and I just wanted to share with you guys all the stuff that I'm starting to pull out of storage for her. And there's not that much of it, so let's go ahead and dive on in and I will tell you about my must-have products for a newborn baby. I'm gonna try to stick from like newborn to maybe like 6 months in this video because you don't need all of it right away. Okay, so the very first thing that I'm going to talk about is, you've guessed it, muslin blankets. So 8 years ago, before the whole sad beige mom epidemic took over, I was trying so hard to be a sad beige mom. Mostly when my first daughter was born, stuff just wasn't nearly as cute as it is now. And so I tried my darndest to get some gender neutral muslin blankets. And these are literally the same muslin blankets that I have been using for all 3 of my babies before. These will be the same ones that I use for our upcoming baby. And I love them. And you know what? They're not all in like perfect condition either. I mean, like this one has like a big rip out of the corner, but you know what? It's fine. Like this will work perfectly for our baby coming in. So I bought all gender neutral, and I would recommend doing that for you guys as well, just because like you really don't know what kind of babies you're gonna get. I have one rose blanket that I got for our oldest daughter, Rosie, and I've used it for all of our girls. And other than that, these are all gender neutral. What I love about these is that they're nice and big, and so you can swaddle your baby for a while, like until they just really get to start moving and getting all over the place. You can use these for a long time. You can use them for multiple things as well. So other than swaddling, I originally used these a lot for being like a nursing cover. So whenever, you're nursing, you can just put this over here. I did have a clip for it for a little bit. I don't know what happened to that, but honestly, like you can do so much. But I'm gonna tell you that the further along I got in my motherhood journey, I just kind of like got rid of these all together, and I would just open up my shirt and I would stick my baby underneath, to be honest with you. You just hold it down and they're good underneath there. But these are great for that as well. There are these thicker kinds. I've got this one that's like I don't remember how many layers of muslin it is, but it's a few and it's slightly smaller. It's like kind of a quilted fabric. But these are great if it's cold weather and you want to put something over your car seat to keep your baby warm, but it's still nice and breathable. You don't have to worry about them like burning up or anything in there. So we love these. They're also good just for, you know, burp cloths and stuff like that too. Like I never carried around a bunch of extra like this is specifically for burp cloths. This is specifically for this or that. Like I just used these for everything. Okay, so forgive the stains on these. Listen, these have been used for all of our babies. But I will say that as they get a little bit bigger, it becomes easier for them to break out of these muslin wraps. When that time comes, I tend to switch them over to these like Seaddleme organic baby wrap things. They just have a hole, you stick your baby's feet down in there, and then you put this over their arms, and then this has like a Velcro to attach to the other side. And this Velcro really keeps them nice and snug in there. So we have these in a couple sizes. I think that this is the smallest size that we have, just to grow with your baby. There's like a little thing in the back so you can check and see if they've had a poopy diaper or anything like that. But yeah, we've had a couple of these and we just use these whenever those just no longer work for us. Moving on even further, all of our babies were born in warm weather, but come wintertime, it is extremely hard to keep them like wrapped up. Like you can't put a blanket on them really. Whatever you do put on them, they just kick off. And so our favorite thing that we've used is this Baby Merlin's Magic Sleep Suit. And it is just like a cotton sleep suit. It feels like the most comfortable cotton like comforter. It's nice and thick and you just zip them on in this bad boy. I'm telling you, I had heard like amazing things about this before we got one. I got this one from the thrift stores. I found it for just a couple dollars. They do start out like a little bit pricey, but I will say that this thing keeps them so like warm and snug that this really helped all of our babies with sleeping through the night. So I really appreciated this one. I want to thank Halara for sponsoring the next small portion of this video. They sent me a few cute pieces to wear on our little baby moon that we're taking next week. Last year, Josh and I, we took our very first like real vacation together as just the two of us, and it was so good for our marriage. So we're gonna try to fit one in really quickly before we leave. And I realized last year that I don't have very many like cute date night outfits. I am really getting there. Oh my gosh, of course I've got like stains on my shirt. I think the one that I'm most excited to try on is actually this blue one. All product links will be listed in the description box below, and I'm actually gonna have a 15% off coupon in case you guys are interested in these for yourself. Here is this one. I think it'd be super cute with like maybe just like a little shawl or something over it, but it's got this ribbed material. Halara's clothes are known for their softness, stretchability, and a comfortable yet breathable feel while still being durable. Also, you do not have to worry about them being see-through. Here is this cute little rust one. A lot of their dresses come with shorts that go underneath, so you don't have to worry about anything. You don't have to worry about the wind catching you. You don't have to worry about anything being see-through. So it's actually really hard to choose which outfits I wanted from Halara because their website is so extensive. Their goal is to deliver top quality products at a fair price. I try to choose comfortable and casual outfits that could go from daytime walking around to nighttime at dinner. One of the best things about these items is that they have a really wide size range as well. There are different striking color options available. Each color brings out a unique feel and tailors to your personal style preferences. The ordering process was smooth. They arrived quickly. Y'all, I'm so happy that big wide leg pants are coming back into style. With my pregnant belly, these are going to be just perfect. They're so soft and flowy, not constricting at all. I also grabbed a pair of these leggings. I liked that they had like the crossbands so that they could go underneath my belly, but they also have a little pocket for your cell phone. Leave a comment on your favorite item and don't forget to click the link in the description box and use my code to get 15% off of any full price item. All right, so back to baby essentials. Let me grab the camera, I'll bring you down and I'll show you our Moses basket. So this is our Moses basket. We have used this for all 3 of our girls. And this probably needs to be washed, but I just bought a little pad. I think I got this all off of Amazon, and then a couple of sheets. This is the one that's on here, and then I've got an extra one down there. I also found this at the thrift store. It's like a little wedge, and I like it because it can keep their heads like slightly elevated from their bodies when they're little. Another essential that I would say has saved us on numerous occasions is this waterproof pad. So I've actually used this through all of the girls' potty training. It has like a plastic inside, and I would just put this underneath the sheet so that if there was any accidents in the night or anything like that, that it would go onto this and that it wouldn't damage the pad underneath. Y'all, having a waterproof little thing like this is so wonderful. And this is big enough that it could cover an entire crib if you need it to. We keep this next to our bed for about the first 6 months of the girl's life. And you can see that these little wooden things just kind of keep it in place. This guy, I don't know where this came from. I got it off of Marketplace, and then I stained it the color that I wanted it. I love it. Like, just in the night, if they're fussing or anything, you can always just rock them. And then they're right next to you so that when they cry in the night, you can just pull them on into bed and nurse them until they or you fall asleep first. And then when you're done, just put them right back into the Moses basket to sleep. Okay, next I did want to go over just some bathing. This is all that we have for bathing. So I have bought in the past like toys. I feel like toys for the bath just always get mildewy and disgusting. We've wound up throwing away literally all of our toys for the bath. Like, we don't have any. Truthfully, our girls take baths together and they have so much fun. Like, this is gonna sound gross, but they give you like a squirt bottle when you leave the hospital to like rinse your perineum or whatever. Our girls love that squirt bottle to use in the bathtub. So that's like their main toy between that and like just washcloths and stuff. What I use is this Baby Bee shampoo and wash tear free. It's by Burt's Bees. And I mean, the smell is okay, but I like that it is 98.9% natural and it doesn't have like a whole lot of added anything in it. And this is just what we use. We use this in regular washcloths, not even like a special washcloth or anything for our babies. And so that's what I use to bathe our kids. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and grab our diaper bag. As y'all know, diapers are obviously an essential. I'm not gonna lie, the only diapers that I currently have are the last ones that we had for our last baby. So these are not newborn size, but the first time I was pregnant, I bought all this stuff to do cloth diapering, but then my entire family like put the kibosh on it. They're like, if you want to do it, then it's going to be all on you. We are going to buy disposable diapers for if we are watching them. Like, we don't want to do it. And I'm not going to lie, I don't have like the greatest gag reflex. Like, I get real grossed out real easy, which is funny because I've got 3 kids and kids are very gross. I gave up. I was like, you know what? We're just gonna do disposable diapers. There's other areas of my life that I can be like sustainable and responsible. This is the one area I'm not. So I will say that nobody has like thrown me a baby shower or anything this year, but if I were to ask for anything, like, I think I would just do like a diaper shower or something. That is like the one thing that I plan on buying during this like new baby season and everything. Is just diapers, diapers, diapers. And this is my bag that I have always used to keep my diapers in. It's from the brand Portland Leather, not that that really matters, but I wound up finding this at Goodwill Outlet. So I got this really beautiful leather bag for $1 something per pound, which I'm guessing that I probably paid less than like, I don't know what, $3, max $5 for this thing. You know, it's just got a couple pockets in it that I keep like pacifiers and stuff in. I guess I didn't put that on my list, but all of our kids have taken pacifiers at least for a few months, and they've been lifesavers. So usually in my bag, I actually try to keep it super minimal as well. I just keep a bag full of diapers, another essential, wipes. These are the Aldi Little Journey ones. I like these because they have 99% water and plant-based ingredients in them. And so usually you just got diapers, wipes, an extra outfit. And then I am a huge fan of the baby carrier. So let me show you the evolution of my baby carrying journey. When I first started out with babies, I loved these Wildbird ring slings. It is made out of this really nice linen. I'll show you how these work. I'll use the American Girl doll Midi baby as my stand-in child. Okay, so here is how the ring sling starts out. You've got the rings on one end. You just make sure that it's all completely laid out flat. And you only have to do this part one time. It's not like you have to do this every time, but you put the end of it through the rings, through both, and then you come back just through the one until it looks like this. So you've got like the part that goes around your body and then the tail. And if you want, you can do this like on your body so that it kind of like, you can see it a little bit better. So it's gonna look like this. So you put this part over your shoulder to get some good support. You've got this part where the baby's going to be, and then the tail, you can like take it and tighten it or loosen it. You take your child. If they're little, you can put their whole body in, but if they're a little bit bigger, usually you take it and kind of spread their legs over your stomach. And then you just take the tail and you pull on it until they are nice and tight in there. Ultimately, this is what they should look like. So you've got this nice and broad over your shoulder, and then you have their legs out nice and tight under their bottom, nice and snug here, and then a big wrap around your back. I will say that this is the cutest option, right, for carrying your baby. The only thing that I didn't love about this is that this arm is very restricted. So I will say I used this one for my first two babies, but for my second one, I used a solly wrap. So let me show you how that one works. So the solly wrap kind of comes like in a bag form, and then you pull it out, and it is one super long, stretchy piece of fabric. So on it, you will see that there is a tag right in the center of it. So you put that around your stomach. Behind your back, you cross it, and you go up over both shoulders. So once you have this over your shoulders and it's crisscrossed in the back, you're gonna wanna take your remaining fabric and put it underneath the front part. And then you cross it again and you tie it up in the back. Just tie it one time and then do like a bow is what I find is easiest. Take the baby, then you drop them down in through here underneath your straps. So you just get their legs kind of spread out on either side, get them nice and covered up, and then you pull this big piece right here over their body like this. Last time I had a baby, I found this to be so much easier just because there is a lot more stretch to it. It's not linen, and both of my arms were free. So this works really well for a long time, especially like in the baby phase. But then last year I got lucky, and again at the Goodwill outlet where everything is like $1 something per pound, I wound up finding this Ergo baby carrier, and y'all, this was a real game changer. These are so easy. Obviously, these are cute. This is probably my favorite one, but I will say that this big ugly thing was really helpful. So this thing is obviously, you know, not for the fashionable mom by any means, but it's just super simple, right? You just buckle it up in the back. Oh my gosh, I can't get it around my waist right now. Okay. I'm gonna have to adjust this for my pregnant belly. So all you gotta do for this one is literally just buckle it around the bottom, again at the top, and then you just take your kid, you just shove them down in there. Right, so this is like especially good for when your kids are a little bit older, when they're a little bit heavier, when you need some more support that maybe the Solly Baby or the Wildbird wrap can't do. So what I also like about this one is the same way that you wear it on the front, you can wear it like a backpack, and you can wear your kids in the back. My kids would start like reaching up and playing with my hair and everything, and so after a while I was like, yeah, I gotta get you on my back. So I would say that these I'm going to use all three, but I would say that the Solly Baby is probably the one that I use the most, even though this one is the one that is probably the most useful, if you know what I mean. Like, it can really handle a lot of weight, and this one puts in the most work. So use your own discretion. Again, this one's called the Ergo Baby, and I can link all these below. But I love baby wearing, and I feel like it really helps with just getting things done around the house when your babies just want to be held and need you. But you're like, I don't have all the time in the day to like hold you constantly and get everything done that I need to get done. So there are those. Okay, so next up is something that I'm really passionate about, and that is baby clothing. We have kept almost everything. Like I said, this is our fourth daughter, and we keep all of their clothes. Anything that's not in like really bad condition, and we keep them in these tubs, and I organize them by season. So because all of our girls have been born in the spring, except for this one's gonna be more in like midsummer, I organize everything by 6 months. So this one is 0 to 6. So all of our newborn stuff are 3 to 6 months. It's all gonna be warm weather, and it's all gonna be in this bin. If this bin ever starts to like spill out, then I need to get rid of some stuff in it. And obviously you can see that it is starting to get pretty full. This is because as much as I love our dear friends and family members, when we first had babies, they gave us some stuff that was just not my style. And so I want to give y'all permission to say thank you, but then to buy the items that you actually like. And the way that you can do that while being responsible and not getting crazy is by shopping secondhand, okay? Y'all, this is the only way to go. There is a store called Big Wheels to Butterfly in the Omaha area, and they are like a resale shop, and there they sell everything for super cheap. If it doesn't sell there within a couple of weeks, everything goes to B2B Last Chance, where everything is $1, and multiple times a year they have half off sales where everything is 50 cents at these stores. And I'm sure that you guys have stores like this around your area as well, because people have so much baby stuff. I think I heard that there is 11 times more baby items in the United States, or maybe in the world, than there actually are babies. So you can get like super cute little like organic pants and shirts, cute little sleepers. I got all of these for 50 cents. And look at how cute these are. So I'm telling y'all, please don't even register for baby clothes on your registries and stuff like that. Like, register for stuff that you actually need, like a baby carrier, or, you know, a bassinet or a car seat or something like that. Like, you can get such cute stuff that's secondhand. Save these things from going to the landfill. You know, there's so much extra baby stuff that could really use a home. And so I am begging you, don't waste your money on baby clothes. You can find such cute stuff secondhand. Even these, like, I have never really had like super spit-uppy babies or anything like that. But for 50 cents, I figured I would just like grab a couple of these. We'll see if she winds up wearing them or not. But these are not an essential, at least for me and my babies. What is an essential though is this guy. And I'm gonna have to look at where this is from. This is Mushy. I remember when I bought this one, I could have bought a 2-pack of not as cute ones for like $15, or I could buy this one for $12, right? Which is kind of expensive for just one bib. But I was like, you know what? I would rather have just that one cute bib and see if I can get by with it. And y'all, this is the only bib that I use when our child eats. Like, she eats, uses it. It's made of like silicone, and so we just rinse it off, put it on the drying rack, and then she uses it for the next meal. So there's no need to buy like multiple of these silicone bibs. I love this kind because it catches all of their food. Our first 2 babies, we didn't have this type, and I'm like, why did I not do this? So I'm glad that we are having another daughter so that I can use the one with like the cute little flowers on it. But y'all, this was a game changer, and I threw away all of our other like eating bibs. This is the only one that we use. Okay, and kind of moving along with the feeding theme, there are a couple of essentials. I would say the first thing that I didn't realize that I desperately needed was nursing pads, like pads that you put inside of your bra to help like with any leaking. So something I really struggled with right after we had our kids was that I become like super engorged and it's so painful. I leak. It's just not cute at all. So I would say for sure, if you can, I think most insurances cover it, get yourself a pump, even if it's just for your own comfort, because I was in so much pain if I wasn't pumping in the very beginning. And like your body learns to regulate and everything, but I like desperately needed this a couple times. I don't know what happened to the actual cups that I had that came with it, but here's one of the little suckers. Having a pump is great, even if you're exclusively breastfeeding, which is what I did with our last 2 kids and what I'm planning on doing with our 4th. Honestly, even just to be able to go somewhere or to even like go on a date night with your spouse, you know, to be able to have a pump and be able to have some extra little milk bags and stuff to have extra milk in case somebody watches your baby. To me, that is an essential because my husband and I, we love getting away, even if it's just for like a little night or something, to be able to have time just to be together. That is so important to both of us, to just remember that we're friends. We're not just mom and dad, you know, we could still go have fun and then pick the kid up at the end of the night. There's the pump, but if you don't want to use a pump, there's also these things called Haakaas. These are awesome. You just suction them right on as your baby's nursing on the other side, and they catch like any like leakage or excess milk or whatever. And these are great because you can just take this, pour it into one of those bags and put it right in your fridge, and you don't have to worry about like getting out the whole machine with the tubes and the cords and all that kind of stuff. They're not the cheapest things in the world, but they are so great. I have a caddy about this size that you keep out in your living room so that you don't have to go into the nursery every time you need something, so you don't have to go into the kitchen every time you need something. I would usually keep 10 diapers in here, a bag of wipes, maybe like a nose sucker thing, or like just whatever that we might need. Like I would keep chapstick in here. All of our daughters were born with tongue tie, but Rosie, I didn't know what it was. And so I really struggled with nursing with her for a long time in the beginning. And I felt like I was absolutely glued to the couch. Like I felt like I was nursing constantly, and having something like this caddy with like just all of my things, you know, like my water bottle, like whatever I needed, just all within arm's reach, you know, that I could grab it, grab whatever I needed, and I wouldn't have to get off the couch with the baby with nursing and everything. It was like so wonderful. And so I know that this isn't exactly like a baby item, but keep something like this like under your coffee table, under your end tables, like even just set it on top of your couch if you're really in that season where you're hardly getting up. And just keep whatever you need, snacks, all of it, keep it in here. Okay, and on the feeding category or whatever, I think the last thing that I'm going to mention is just to get like some kind of high chair, obviously. So we've got this vintage one. We used to have the IKEA like basic one. I loved that one because the surfaces were really easy to wipe down on it. This one is not quite as easy, but I'm a sucker for aesthetics. And so I really like this one. But what we did with when we lived in our much smaller house is that we just bought like a little chair with a tray on it that you could attach to one of your dining room chairs. And that's how we use that one. We didn't even have to buy like a full-on standalone high chair for that. I would say that the only other thing that you really need is obviously a car seat, you know, and a stroller. I'm not gonna go dig mine out of the garage right now, but we've got both of those. It's good to have like an umbrella stroller too for when they get a little bit bigger, so you don't have to pull out the like whole huge thing, but you could just stick with one stroller the whole time too. So anyway, y'all, well, you can hear that all of this commotion, I am completely out of breath. And so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this video, but if you guys like this kind of content, please let me know below. And I'm totally planning on making another video of all of the items that I don't buy for babies and the reasons why I don't buy them, and the alternatives to save yourself time, to save yourself money, and to save yourselves from carting around a million things in your bags, in your hands. Listen, if you've got a kid, you've already got them in that car seat on one arm. You don't need to be carrying around a million other things. And so I'll make a video on how to make your life easier in that aspect. All right, y'all. Well, I will see you next time. And until then, we'll see you later. Bye.